A number of unmanned flights were included as part of the Mercury program. These flights tested various capabilities of the Mercury ground crew and of the Mercury spacecrafts. Such missions included the testing of abort and escape capabilities, booster and suborbital operations. 20 unmanned missions in all were completed, each with the ultimate goal of putting an American astronaut into space. Then on May 5th, 1961 at 9:34 a.m., test pilot and astronaut Alan B. Shepard Jr. lifted off from the launch pad at Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral, Florida, May 5th, 1961. U.S. Mercury astronaut Alan B. Shepard enters his spacecraft. Very shortly, he will be on his way into space. As the hatch goes on, two big questions come to your mind. Is the vehicle ready? Are you ready? Before the flight, Shepard had this to say.
I think the one thing that strikes me as I look back on the training program is that I have really developed a feeling of confidence. A confidence in the people with whom I work, a confidence in the systems with which I am dealing and will have to deal in flight, and of course, a confidence in myself.
Ready to resume the count? Roger, ready to resume the count. SPE, I'm going to turn it over to Stoney, verify.
Resume the count.
Okay, Stoney, take it over. Roger.
5 seconds.
7, Stoney, on your room. 7, loud and clear, Stoney. Roger, loud and clear, also. 1 minute and counting. Roger. Flying command. 30, what? Roger, periscope has retracted. That's confirmed periscope to cut. Main bus 24 volts, 26 amps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, lift off and the clock is started. Yes, sir, reading you loud and clear. This is Freedom 7. The fuel is go 1.2 G. Cabin at 14 psi. Oxygen is go.
Traveling at a speed of 5,134 miles per hour, more than 4 times faster than the speed of sound, Shepard hurled into the air in spacecraft number 7 under the power of the MR-7 rocket.
2.5 G. Cabin 5.5. Oxygen is go. The main bus is 24, and the isolated battery is 29. Fuel is go. 4G. 5.5 cabin. Oxygen go. All systems are go.
He shot 116.5 miles into the atmosphere and covered a distance of 303 miles in just 15 minutes and 28 seconds. After years of dreaming and hard work, America had finally put a man into space.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to express, on behalf of us all, the great pleasure we have in welcoming Commander Shepard and Mrs. Shepard here today. And I think it does credit to him that he is associated with such a distinguished group of Americans whom we are all glad to honor today, his companions in the flight to outer space. They are the tanned and healthy ones. The others are Washington employees.
A few months later, astronaut Virgil Gus Grissom became the second American to visit the vastness of outer space. His flight lasted just 9 seconds longer than Shepard's flight. However, it was not simply a repeat of America's first manned success. The main difference between Liberty Bell 7 and its forerunner, the Mercury 7, was the addition of a large viewing window and an explosively activated side hatch on the spacecraft. The large window was added at the request of the Mercury astronauts to provide for a better view than that offered from a small side port. The explosive hatch could be activated from inside the spacecraft or from the outside by the use of a pull string. Upon a successful splashdown in the Atlantic, the exit hatch blew prematurely, allowing seawater to flow inside. Grissom escaped the spacecraft and swam the Atlantic for more than 4 minutes as the helicopters above tried to save the sinking Liberty Bell spacecraft. Soon, though, the weight of the sinking craft became too much for the chopper to bear. Rescue lines were cut and Liberty Bell 7 sank 15,000 feet to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Grissom was later exonerated of any wrongdoing. However, the memory of the mishap followed him for some time. Even with 2 manned space flights, America had relatively little time logged in outer space, and an American had yet to orbit the Earth. That all changed, however, on February 20th, 1962, when John Glenn, a pilot from Ohio, became the first American to orbit the Earth, following in the footsteps of cosmonaut Gagarin, who had become the first human to do it less than 1 year before.
To start EPI on my mark. Roger. Minus 3, 2, 1, mark. Roger, EPI is minus 45. Minus 40. Status check, pressurization. Lock's taking. Have a blinking ground level light. You are go. Order systems. Go. Range operations. Emergency cancel. No. All pre-stock power lights are correct. The ready light is on. Eject Mercury umbilical. Oil evacuate. Mercury umbilical clear. Mercury evacuate. Lights on. All recorders to fast. T-minus 18 seconds and counting engine start. You hear the wing with the rigging, Thomas. Good Lord, ride all the way. Godspeed, John Glenn. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Glenn's flight lasted a total of 4 hours, 55 minutes, and 23 seconds. He orbited the Earth a total of 3 times.
Roger. Retros are firing. Oh, Roger, baby. Are they ever? It feels like I'm going back toward Hawaii. Don't do that. You want to go on the East Coast. Roger. Fire retro light is green. Roger. Roger, retros have stopped. 100 to keep your retro tack on until you pass Texas. That's affirmative. This is Friendship 7. I think the pack just let go. Friendship 7, this is Cape. Do you read? This is Friendship 7, a real fireball outside. 7, this is Cape. Transmitting blind. Okay, Friendship 7, over. 7, this is Cape. Do you read, over? Green, shoot is out in reef condition at 10,800 feet and beautiful shoot. Shoot looks good. On O2 emergency and the shoot looks very good. Rate of descent has gone to about 42 feet per second. The shoot looks very good. Hello, Mercury recovery. This is Friendship 7. Do you receive?
Lieutenant Colonel John H. Glenn, Jr., United States Marine Corps.